Hi there, my name is Xian. I'm a transformational yoga coach. I've done my work for many years, guiding my students into a deeper understanding of themselves, the world around it, their place within it, the yoga practice, etc., etc. I realized that in my business there was always, I would reach a certain ceiling financially or abundance-wise in my life, and then it would collapse. And then again, I would reach a certain ceiling and have full abundance and have this experience of full abundance, and then it would just burst again like a bubble. And I was really thinking about, why is that? What is that? And I realized that inside there are some deep set beliefs still, not that I don't deserve to be abundant, but that there's so many people that don't have anything. I've lived for 20 years amongst some of the poorest people, and I'm talking people that don't have drinking water, people that live in dirt floors, and every year when the rain comes, the river goes up and then their houses get washed away. Like literally everything gets washed away. So I've lived for such a long time amongst people like that, then when I buy my boy a bicycle, it's like, oh my God, I should have used that money for something else. And I give abundantly, I do a lot of donation and charity work, but at some stage it was, I need to just get rid of this thinking, because that is something that's really holding me back inside, which is kind of a guilt, I guess, which is really odd, because I never thought that I would have this kind of guilt. But when I did my own meditations and my own work, that came up, and I've worked with it. I mean, I teach other people how to work with deep set things. This is one thing that I have not been able to get rid of. So I contacted Lehman and started working with her. I had 3 sessions with her, and the sessions are very straightforward, super simple. There's no hoo-ha involved, you know. You really go back in time or back into your own time or past time, whatever it might be. And instantly, when I was in that space, answers were coming. Realizations were coming. It was an instant thing. But there were realizations that I had not been able to get by myself. And it was really like a slap in the face, like, oh, that's the reason, okay? And it was a great surprise, because as I said, I can meditate and I have sorted out pretty much everything that I have ever encountered inside myself and in my being. I've sorted out. And the answers really came as a surprise. So that was already very significant. But the thing that Lehman also mentioned, and that I really experienced with these sessions, was the aftermath. I would lie there an hour afterwards and it kept going. Just the realizations, the understanding just kept going. So I really recommend an hour or 2 afterwards, just space time if you can. And then it kept continuing, not in such an intensity, but throughout the week. And I had 3 sessions, 1 week and 1 week apart. And every single session was super unexpected, but the most important thing was that, yes, realizations are one thing, but that's still just theory. But the practice, that's the important thing. And what I noticed, and that really was like magic, that throughout the week, my thinking had changed. So I would pick something up, and normally I would think about, is it 20 cents more or less or whatever? Not because I don't have the money, because still there was this deep set feeling that I should not be spending this money. And instead of having that thought, I noticed afterwards that I did not have that thought. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And there were so many occasions every single week when I realized, oh wow, normally I would have thought this, and it wasn't within me. I also just generally notice my behavior around money, but my behavior around thinking abundance. And when I see other people, I live in a nice house, okay? I work hard, I have created a life for myself that I really love, and I found myself always apologizing to people that do not have so much. Oh yeah, but you know, it's not really so, whatever. And now I'm just like, it's a beautiful house, please come visit, enjoy. So a completely different energy. Okay, so I highly, highly, highly recommend these sessions with Lehman, because you get the intellectual understanding, which for me is important. I like to just get it, and understand it. But the subtle work that kind of works behind lasts. And were for me, instant results in the way of thinking. I'm already thinking about future areas to work on with Lehman. And I really find that I have tried for a long time to get at these things and I have not been able to. So for me, this really feels like a magical little shortcut of just rewiring your brain. So I am ever, ever, ever so grateful. Some of the sessions were very intense, a lot of crying, lots of letting go and just going, oh wow. And after one session I was staring in the mirror for nearly half an hour, just having all these realizations come. So just be ready that stuff is going to change, but that is why you want to do the sessions in the first place, right? So thank you very much, Lehman, for all the wonderful work that you do, and please go work with her. It will really change your life and the way you think about anything that is holding you back.